Welcome to this guided meditation that I call the Primal Meditation, my personal practice for combining the life, the truth, the way, the proper way to submit, sanctify, and pray each and every day into one fundamental daily morning meditation practice. I call this practice the Primal Meditation, the foundation of my life, and soon to be the foundation of your life. As we proceed through this experience, we'll begin with the first 5 minutes as a warm-up as I give you an introduction to how to express the holy name of God out loud correctly. And as we go through that, we'll then go internally with the experience, and I'll give you some intentions to state out loud, and then proceeding from that moment, we'll go into even more depth of the experience as a whole so that you might possibly receive God's will the first time, right? So if you're ready to begin, please pause this video right now and go pray this prayer that is below this video. Go do this right now. Now that you come back and that you're ready, you've prayed beforehand and you're ready to begin, let us begin. Right? And we begin by inhaling through the mouth and exhaling out of the mouth. We don't want to use our lips. We don't want to use our tongue. We want to keep our throat and all of that involved hollowed without any intervention of our conscious will. This sound is coming from the bottom of my throat, right here where the clavicle is. And right here where the skin is, as I inhale, it becomes cool. And as I exhale, it becomes warm. Out loud, it sounds like Yahweh. And if we were to close our mouth real briefly, it sounds like the ocean. In these first 5 minutes, we want to make sure that we're breathing in the right tempo and the right depth. Full breath capacity, pausing at the top. Pausing at the bottom, completely empty. If you let out all the air out of your lungs, your tummy will become depressed. Then as you begin to inhale, your tummy will inflate. Then your full chest cavity inflates. And then it all deflates back again to the starting position with the tummy slightly tucked. We're not holding the breath like this and resting the ribcage at the top. We're pausing the breath. And the objective here is to get really familiar with the depth and breadth and right consistency of this breath. We want about a 6-second inhalation. 1 second pause. 6-second exhalation, and a 1-second pause. So 6-second inhale. 1-second pause. Now that we've proceeded through the warm-up of this experience, let's proceed into the actual practice. So we close our mouth, we make the same sounds internally, and it'll sound like the ocean. Now, as we're inhaling, the waves are receding into the ocean. Until they crest at the top of the waves. And then the waves crash and proceed to the shore. Let's practice for a few more minutes this experience. And at this time, your eyes can be open, closed, or slightly open. What's most important is that you're feeling and sensing the rhythm of the breath. These sensations and these sounds of the ocean internally will become our trigger later on into deeper states of being. And providing that you are breathing rhythmically and consistently, this should feel very relaxing. So far we have engaged with the truth, the holy word and name of God, as a warm-up to this practice and experience. Now let's proceed a little deeper into the experience by submitting to this holy name, this holy word. And before we begin, check in with your observable experience. Observe the space in between your fingers. Check in with how you feel. Maybe you feel stressed, maybe you don't. At this time, we can close our eyes. Next, I'm going to voice some intentions out loud, and You should voice these intentions out loud for yourself as well, repeating after me. As I sit here, I voluntarily give up all efforts to control or direct my personal experience with awareness or intention. I may move, tense, think, or reflect so long as I do not willingly do so. I hold no preference for or against my ongoing personal experience. I am like a passerby, watching all thoughts and sensory phenomena pass me by. I do nothing. I submit. I surrender. And at this moment, the only thing that we should be doing is still listening to the ocean within. So we're doing nothing new. We're just allowing what we've already integrated to be. You're going to be breathing right here the whole time anyways. So when we say, I do nothing, we're really implying that we do nothing new. We add nothing to this experience. Remember, the first objective is just to experience peace and clarity, and maybe even a bit of serenity. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. So long as you're still breathing rhythmically, not caring about anything else, you should start to notice some peace start to seep into your experience. especially as you return to hearing the word and making sure that it does sound like the ocean within. Just letting it be. Enjoying the little vibrations as they proceed through your throat and up your head into your forehead. Thoughts may come and thoughts may go, but we do not let them disturb our flow. At present, we have no concern for any of the content within our experience. We should be breathing rhythmically and deeply, hearing the sound of the waves of the ocean. No visuals, no thoughts. We have no preferences for our experience. We just want to enjoy this present moment. Let go. Be free. Simply be here now with me. At this moment, I invite you to surrender all effort, even the effort we use to maintain the inner Yahweh, the inner sound of the ocean. If it pops up in your experience, so be it. Enjoy it. This is the benefit of practice. But if it disappears from your experience, let it disappear, because this is the result of insufficient practice. And truly just sit here with me for the next 5 minutes or so. In quiet, silent, or almost silent peace. Perhaps you can hear the ringing of nothing. Perhaps you hear the word. Really feel what is here to be felt in this moment. Maybe it's peace, maybe it's ease, maybe it's sleepiness if you did not get enough rest last night. Or if you notice yourself becoming sleepy, pause the meditation, go take a nap, then come back and create this practice, fulfill this practice. By this point in the practice, you should feel very peaceful and relaxed. Alert but rested. Warming up our lungs once more. Noticing how much more easier it may be to express the holy name of God out loud after this practice so far. Closing our mouth, going inward. You may briefly check in with your present moment. Notice the clarity that you witness in your perception and the space between your fingers. Notice how you feel as a whole. This is the ideal starting place to actually get some work done now in the meditation practice. So now we'll proceed. Closing our eyes once more. Now, we already prayed before this meditation to receive God's will. So now at this point, all you need to do is say, "Not my will, but thy will be done. May I receive your will, Father." And as you sit here, imaginatively begin to review your life circumstance. Perhaps from a third-person perspective, outside looking in, abstractly, see your life, see the rooms of your house, as if you are a spirit just floating around. And when you see things out of place within a particular environment, for instance, your bedroom or your present room, where you see things that are out of place, this is the clutter, the shit that is in your cup. While hearing the word in your throat, that inner ocean, what does it compel you to do in response to what you see? And imaginatively step into the vision, experiencing it from a first-person perspective, and do that which you see is most obvious to you. Where I see things out of place, I experience myself with my senses, going through the motions, putting things in place. beginning that process. All the while, patiently and peacefully hearing the inner Yahweh. Yah. As it sounds like the ocean within. So as I walk through my home imaginatively and I see things out of place, I begin to put things in place imaginatively. I feel the various things inside my hands as I put them in place. I have a light smile on my face. And as I abide in the Word, I do what the Word calls me to do in reference to what I see. Perhaps there's many things and tasks, desires and dreams that I've thought of doing, but I never made time to do. With every room I walk into, it is like a container. And the things that are out of place and the habits and tendencies associated with that room and with those things, if they be not what the Word calls me to do, they are shit and garbage and must be removed. The task herein is that we are associating this inner peace and this inner resonance with the Holy Word to the ideal course of action in respect to our circumstances, the rooms of our life. For every place in space is like a room. It is a container. And we must fill these containers up with the associations that make them righteous vessels of the Holy Word. Now let's take a brief break and return to the pure word. And the pure ocean. You just felt what it was like to apply right effort. Now refamiliarize yourself with what it is like to enjoy no effort. Simply being the word is enough. Now going about this a different way, listening to the word inwardly. We reaffirm our intention, not my will, but thy will be done. And imaginatively, we open our eyes, not our physical eyes, but our imaginary eyes. And we imaginatively see the room that we're sitting in right now, as if our eyes were open. And imaginatively, we stand up. And we browse around our home, visiting every room, observing what's in the room, the contents thereof. And first, what is the ideal condition of this room? Are things out of place? If so, using all of your senses to the best of your ability, take action, initiative action. As soon as you see those things out of place, find a place to put them in place. If they need shelves or cubbies, find a place to put everything imaginatively. And visit every room. Appreciate what is in place. And notice what needs to be put in place. Then do what is obvious and put it in place imaginatively. A sense of satisfaction should start to well up in with you with every imaginative act of putting something in its proper place. It's the same satisfaction of making your bed. It's the same subtle confidence and pride that we find in taking care of ourselves. For truly, truly, the physical things in our life represent the outside of the cup, but the non-physical relationships and impressions that we hold within our conscience represent the inside of the cup. If you want the outside to be right and righteous, make the inside right and righteous. And whenever you stumble across a point of friction with the content in your cup and you don't know what to do about it, you begin to feel frustrated as your mind attempts to think about it instead of visualize. Remember, not my will, but thy will be done. And as you sit here in this daily practice, you're constantly reviewing, rinsing, and washing, and inspecting your inner life with this holy word. As you submit and surrender and allow God's word to work through you as you do the word. For as you do the word inwardly, so too shall you soon see yourself being the word that you have foreseen. Truly, truly, this is how we overcome all things. And by alternating the pure presence and experience of the primal choice, this experience that we cultivated by combining the word and surrender with proper prayer, the more we apply this to the various areas of life, the more we will see the fruits thereof, and that they are good. And remember this practice in its raw simplicity. Hear the word, do the word, be the word. Or, more picturesquely, hear the word, Yah. Do the word, and be the word in the silent stillness of that I am. Enjoy this practice. Enjoy this surrender. Enjoy allowing God's will to make you righteous and to correct and right your life in the way in which He would have you live. For when you are truly submitted unto God, you and His will are aligned, and that which seems most obvious to you, this too you must do. For the Father's point of view is an objective truth. And as we abide in the Word, we come to see the objective truths in relation to the content within our vessel called life. And remember, in respect to any situation or experience that you find very difficult to bring your attention to within this experience, because it disturbs your peace and triggers your mind, you can always alternate the raw experience of the primal choice with your observable phenomena. Kind of like sticking your toes into the water. As your peace becomes secured, so too becomes your ability to handle stress, strain, and drama, be it from the past or present. And before you get up for this meditation, begin to review as if going through a collage, a snap feed that gives you a quick insight of that split moment of you see the opportunity, you take action. Review such moments for yourself. Mess number one that is out of place, I see it there, and I see myself urgently moving forward towards it and putting things into place. Mess number two, I see it there, and I see myself patiently putting things in place, enjoying this very breath as I imagine myself physically going through the motions, sensing what it is like to hold these things and put them in place. Mess number 3, 4, 5, and onward. It only takes a split moment to see that situation, the content that has dirtied your inner cup, and to imaginatively take action upon it with true inner peace, guiding and lighting your way. And with every successful initiative that you begin, and see the fulfillment of, too, you're going to feel more and more satisfaction and more complete in this process, ultimately leading you to the revelation of Jesus Christ, that you are enough. Ye that have ears to hear and eyes to see, you are enough to manifest the kingdom of heaven on earth in your little realm of reality. allow this beautiful experience to unfold and shape you. And truly, truly, you can begin experiencing the kingdom of heaven today as the peace, love, and joy flows out of you and into your life. And at this time, we can open our eyes, observe our present moment experience. We went even a little bit longer than 45 minutes as total time for this recording. I feel very clear, very spacious, very vivid. I feel very at peace. Every breath I take in silence is serenity. It's love. It's a little bit of joy right there on the edge of my seat, just waiting to begin this day. And this is the proper way to begin every day, asking God the Father to show you His will. For as you address the mundane things in life, He will then inspire you to fulfill the spiritual things. First, get your house in order. First, get yourself right. And then when the time comes, the Father will lead you into other realms of expertise and understanding. Hope you've enjoyed this experience of the Primal Meditation. I hope you use it every single day and continue to live a blessed life in the kingdom of heaven. And definitely do some investigation into the other practices that build and expand upon this, the life, the truth, the way, that go into more detail as to how to carry this experience with you all throughout the day. So God bless you, and I will see you later.